Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From Bound into Comics. Andor showrunner admits show is chasing the audience after expecting to have a gigantic, instantaneous audience. Well, Star Wars is a dead brand. That's not a surprise. Except to Disney, apparently. But before I go on, here's a word of my sponsor.
We are few. We are God's chosen knight. We are born of sin and crime. We are repentance personified. We are immortal. We are legend. We are God's wrath made manifest. And we know no fear.
Right, let's go and suffer through this. Right. Tony Gilroy, the showrunner and creator for the most recent Star Wars series, Andor, recently admitted the show is chasing the audience. It is. They've been releasing, what, ABC, NBC, or something with C, Hulu, and other network shows and places because Disney fucked up big. Right. Recently spoke about the show on Variety. He answered, "I'm very pleased with what they did. The materials are great. I think I was surprised. I thought the show would go the other way and it would have this gigantic instantaneous audience that would just be everywhere. But that it would take forever for non-Star Wars people, critics, or my cohorts or friends to get involved in this show. Because they ruined the brand Star Wars. Apparently Andor has an interesting story, or so from what I hear, but the previous Star Wars, the Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan, and the movies that came out before were so goddamn bad that the brand itself has been destroyed. It's now useless. It has been completely and utterly destroyed. It just doesn't mean the same thing anymore. It's just not there, and people realize that, and so when they see the word Star Wars, they say, oh, fuck this, I'm out. And that's pretty much exactly what I think. When I see the brand Star Wars, I say, oh, no, fuck this, I'm out. And I used to be a very, very, very big Star Wars fan. Before I changed the camera position, you could see a few things from Star Wars already here on the top as well. Or there, somewhere around there. I used to be a huge fan. Right now, when I see Star Wars, I kind of feel embarrassed that I used to call myself a fan of Star Wars. Because Star Wars today, it's just not the same as Star Wars as it was back then. Remember, Knights of the Old Republic, that was an amazing game. Right now, today, it's going to go woke with the remake, and it's the best thing we have of Star Wars, most recent, besides the Old Republic MMO, but that was before it went absurdly woke later on, but I digress. Right. He explained, I'll say this because it's a trade publication. Everybody's trying to pretend that this business is as usual, and there's a comp for this and there's a comp for that, and it is how we do it. And everybody's faking it. This is entirely your business. Don't give a shit. You have a business of first trying to pretend streaming that they understanding how artists should get paid. We are going to have a whole bunch of labor issues that are going don't care. Then declare no one's ever launched these aircraft carriers before these gigantic shows. I mean, your show has a budget and we are tight, but there are shows out there without budget. Really, I mean, there's something going on out there that they're just like, holy crap. Gilroy's comment appeared to be another piece of evidence that Disney Star Wars is a dead brand. As YouTuber Valiant Renegade declared, yeah, it is a dead brand. Cobra Kai took the second with 1.11 billion minutes. Andor does not even show up in the top 10. I kind of split myself in that. And it is true, let's see. Rings of Power. Because they actually had to sell that, but that was on October 10th to 16th. Is this overall total minutes? It still was a total shit show because $1 billion. That's a buttload of money that no show on entire history of mankind, entire mankind's history has ever costed that much. Terra Nova. That was an amazing show and it got cancelled because it was too expensive and they didn't get enough views to actually justify the costs. And then we have Rings of Power. Right. Rings of Power, the Wink Saga, El Rey de Santa Bernardas. Right, that means if you assume that everybody will turn to Andor, watch the available watch time to completion, meaning 3 episodes from start to finish, then that means that somewhere only north of 5 million people watched the premiere of Andor on Disney+, which is atrocious. That's what Valiant Renegade said, and he has a goddamn fucking point. That's atrocious, especially for Star Wars. It used to be such a huge name. And Disney bought it, and it went downhill fast. It went downhill really fast. Because they have no respect for the lore. They have no respect for the fans. They have no respect for people who like storylines. They are just there to peddle politics. They are just there to peddle their narrative. They don't care. It's all about the narrative and only the narrative. And only the narrative matters. Not the costs. Not the lives of the actors and the writers in there. Well, technically the writers are also in it. So, yeah. Most of the actors as well. So, fine. But still, they have no respect. They don't care. They just don't care. And besides, because they want to spread their narrative, their propaganda, and their message, they need an already existing huge IP. Otherwise, they're gonna waste money and go nowhere. That's why movies like Bros or some other retarded nonsense fails spectacularly. Anyway, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night.